Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Hey! See if my levels are right so we can keep everything tight. Man, apologies for my slothfulness tonight, but there were just elements in here that I had to have and ran a little bit late. Maybe I shouldn't have cut the grass today. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, we get ready. We get set for the night before Ladder Madness, which goes down next week. And hopefully we can get us an early start on that one instead of a late one. So that's how we gonna do it. We got something funky fresh for you. Biloxi, Mississippi. So we getting ready to get into it in a few. Nah, yeah. Everybody who stops in live or views this on the replay, peace, love, and gratitude. And I wish $9 million to manifest to you for your support. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, we getting ready to get into this.
Frequency bro, yo, we run in the yard, futuristic type of flow, yo, we run in the yard, our position is on the go, yo, we run in the yard, blow for blow, toe to toe, yo, we run in the yard, frequency pro, yo, we run in the yard, futuristic type of flow, yo, we run in the yard, our position is on the go, yo, we run in the yard, blow for blow, toe to toe, yo, we run in the yard.
The following contest is a fatal five-way match. Making our way to the ring, representing the Monsters. From Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam,
Former Fighting Furies Lieutenant Birdie Lou in the building. Last time we saw her get down was 2 weeks ago in a loss that didn't pan out so well for their crew as they lost the Fighting Furies championships to the Dissonant Dog Pound. As I stated, 1/3 of the trio in that division, and as a result of how that belt has been defended as of late, we've come up with some new rules in regard to it. So stick around and stay tuned to Frequency Pro Wrestling so you can get the update on how things are going down in that division. Awaiting competitor number 2 to make their way into this contest.
from Wichita, Kansas, Dizzy Ray.
Disarray, former Hellas Hybrid champion. And we saw her 3 days ago put down the current champion, Marcella Morocco, in a monumental matchup segment on Slugfest Saturdays. The Demented One strolling her way into battle here in matchup number 1. And if you are just tuning in to tonight's festivity, right about now, this is the first contest of the evening. We cut the fluff and got right in to the stuff. Or as a wise man once said, we get into the meat and potatoes already here in matchup number 1. 5 divas set to duke it out in this one. What it's all about, you'll hear about that later on in the contest as competitor number 3 comes into the building, and it's Kaiba Okoye, y'all.
And from Lagos, Nigeria, Kaiba Okoye.
The Warrior Goddess comes in at 11 and 13, former 2-time Hellas Hybrid champion. And at the end of last month, she was the last diva dealing before getting ousted in a successful title defense by Marcella Baracco. The sister of former ISIS Elemental champion Akira Okoye in the house. One specimen of a woman getting ready to get down here in Biloxi, Mississippi. And help us out by hitting the like, share, and subscribe button and engaging with us in the poll question. Yeah, my energy is hyped up every time divas are set to duke it out.
The good girls from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Smokey G.
Smokey G with all those accolades coming in at 4-4. One half of the Botany Babes, her buddy, the current ISIS Elementals champion. And the last time we saw her duking it out, she fell to Maishawn Harris. And shortly afterwards, she received that insult to injury, and she's been out for a little bit nursing a tender back as a result of that attack from Kareem Majors. The return of Smokey G here in Biloxi, Mississippi. One hell of a treat for you here in the kickoff of our festivities. And the last competitor to enter into this contest,
representing the Infiltrators from Geneva, Switzerland, Taryn
Jerry in the building, 1/3 of Iron Covenant, and her and her partner took down Kareem Majors and Maishawn Harris in a tag team bout. 5 wins and 5 losses. Coming in at 500. My pick was the win in this one. 5 divas are ready to duke it out. Who's gonna win? We'll find out when we get back. Aries got a war championship. 2 count. Rudy Lanza. Buddy ball attempt on Gorilla Gate. Didn't get a count. Used as Quincy Kareem trying to get him up out. But the Gorilla on him like a dirty shirt. Goes for a pinfall attempt.
Here is your winner, and new Action Zone Extreme Fighting Champion, Quin.
What it do, fam? How you doing, Family OG? Thank you for stopping by. Check it. This next matchup is to determine spot number 5 for the Divas side of the Ladder Madness Open Contract Briefcase match. While we're on the subject, here's a gander at the rest of the participants in this 6 Diva Open Contract Ladder match. Big Vega signing off from this Ladder Madness update, and enjoy the rest of the live stream. All right, everybody, after that brief commercial, non-commercial break, this is a one-and-done fatal 5-way. The last diva in this contest will be placed inside of our diva side of our open contract briefcase ladder match going down next week at Ladder Madness. And as I always encourage you to do the damn thing by picking a contestant to win in this monumental matchup. Tara and Jerry kicked from behind by Birdie Lou. And them two are no strangers to one another as they are out of the Fighting Furies Championship Division. And neither are Kaiba Okoye and Disarray, who is currently locked up with Smokey G. Both ladies getting it in on Smokey. They don't give a damn about her returning and how much of a special occasion this is for. They're here to ruin it. As the sleeper hold being applied by Birdie Lou on Tara and Jerry as she chin checks her way out of it with a jawbreaker. Now both ladies look like they are zeroing in. Temporary alliance by Disarray and Tara and Jerry. And Kaiba Okoye, the warrior goddess, has a chair. And there's no respect of person when it comes to using said chair. Back suplex by the powerhouse Tara and Jerry. And Smokey extinguishes her brief fire with a clothesline. Now Smokey is going underneath the apron, coming out with a chair. And the recipient of said chair is Disarray, only for Smokey to be driven into the floor by Tara and Jerry. Now Taryn has a chair as well, and Disarray with another shot from a chair as Taryn is wielding it with reckless abandon. But Smokey comes in and once again cools down her flame and is taking it to everybody. But Taryn comes in and puts a halt to the assault of Smokey G. Inadvertently broken up by Birdie Lou with that move off of the rope. As Disarray is discombobulated, we're face down on the mat and walks right in to a sleeper hold by Smokey. But Disarray checks her way up out of it. 5 divas in this contest, uneven numbers. Every time you get a move off, you better be looking over your shoulder as if you had eyes in the back of your head, because one is coming. Unless you're Tara and Jerry and laying down the field every time you engage with one of your competitors. Tara and Jerry in her Street Fighter gear and is currently putting the boots to the chesticles of Kaiba Okoye. Disarray with a weapon. That right there is lethal in all countries. The last thing she needs is a weapon to issue out destruction. Pinfall attempt by Kaiba Okoye on Taryn Jerry only went to a 2 count. And Birdie Lou with a combination of kicks on Smokey. As Kaiba with the press slam on Taryn. And now a knee to the grill of Birdie Lou and going for a pinfall attempt. Disarray to spoil the day of Kaiba Okoye. Now she's hooked up with the veteran Smokey G, one of the most seasoned out of all other competitors in this one. Smokey holding that lower back. Hopefully she gets out of this one unscathed as to not re-injure herself and sit back on the shelf for a little bit. As Disarray and Kaiba touching everything on the outside of the ring. An armbar on Birdie Lou applied by Taryn Jerry and is broken up by Kaiba Okoye. And now Taryn whirling around a kendo stick, hitting everyone in her path. And Birdie Lou lays down the powerhouse as Smokey G goes for a cover on Disarray. And just like that party people would say, rap Smokey G, the last contestant.
Smokey G.
To be entered into the women's side of the open contract briefcase ladder match next week on Ladder Madness. Stick around, cause in matchup number 2, we have the return of your brand new Aries God Award champion, Quin Kareem, going up against the former Aries God Award champ, Mr. Generic. All right, everybody, your first glance at the title around this young man's waist. Quincy Kareem returns after a hiatus, and this is his first Aries God Award championship match, or at least this time. More about that later on. Quincy Kareem here in Biloxi, Mississippi, y'all. Let's get it.
And the participants, first from Montgomery, Alabama, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Action Zone Extreme Fighting Champion, Quin Kareem.
Quincy Kareem coming in at 9 wins and 8 losses, and 2 of those wins of his were where he gained the Devil's Blood and the Aries God Award Championship. Of course, the Devil's Blood Championship morphed into the current Aries God Award title. And Quincy Kareem it's his second time holding championship gold in this division. The former champion that he took it from, Mr. Generic, here.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 213 pounds, Mr. Chin Aries.
Mr. Generic coming in at 4 wins and 7 losses, former Aries God Award champion. And he was in action at Fixius as well, with an early exit in the competition. Can he work his way back to championship form and get his former title back? We shall see, as he has a couple of tough matchups over the next couple of months. He's gonna have to bring it against the tough competitors that are on the horizon for him, especially this one right in front of him. The champion, Quincy Kareem, in the building. Referee Victor Sokolov in the house with us. We gave a referee Yin a rest again. As Quincy Kareem feeling the wrath of the former champ, who comes out on the offensive first and drives Quincy Kareem into the mat. Mr. Generic is better than the package that he's presented in. As he goes for a pinfall attempt on Quincy Kareem. What I mean is, you can't always judge a book by its cover. Yeah. He gets beat up every now and then, but when he's in multiple competitor matches, I wouldn't really bet against this guy, as that's where most of his victories have come from, in multiple competitor matches. As he hold on a second, Quincy Kareem with a counter that ends with a missile drop kick and downs Mr. Generic in a hurry. And a middle rope punch to Mr. Generic. Quincy Kareem has awakened, and as I talk him up, he gets in a headlock submission cross-face chicken wing with Mr. Generic. Now he's back in the driver's seat as he drives Mr. Generic into the mat, only getting a 2 count on the pinfall attempt. Who do you think's gonna win this contest? Will it be Quincy Kareem or will it be Mr. Generic? As Kareem with another pinfall attempt that only resorts in a 2 count. Quincy Kareem setting Mr. Generic up for what it seems to be the quick kick, as he lands it right to the side of the jaw of Mr. Generic. And just like that, it's a wrap. The champion over the former champion here in matchup number 2.
Here is your winner, Quin.
In quick fashion, indeed, he defeats Mr. Generic here in matchup number 2. All right, party people, get ready and get set for our next contest that is coming down the pipes. It's a good old tag team matchup. Majors and Maishawn Harris take on Becca Sue and W.A.W, a.k.a. the Dissonant Dog Pound, next on your Whoop-Ass Wednesday.
This is Kivana Rossetti, and you're watching Frequency Pro Wrestling on Vic Vegas Game Station, the home where every view is viral.
This is Real Talk Rita, and we are having a sale. Today's likes are free, so do our channel a solid and hit the like man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we about to see some divas duking it out in a tag team bout. Maishawn Harris with her insurance policy going in a battle against W.A.W and Becca Sue from the Dissonant Dog Pound, the current Fighting Fury Trios champion. W.A.W and the champion Maishawn hooking it up. Maishawn being the Sirens champion. And I'm a little skeptical about her reign. You see, ever since she obtained that Sirens championship, Karen Majors has been a major problem to her competitors. As you very well know, the last time that they were in battle together, they failed. But in regards to matchups where Maishawn is one-on-one, or should I say one-on-two, with the interference of Karen, Maishawn seems to come out on top. And I don't have too much faith in my champion. Which means, with things going the way that they are going with Karen Majors, I'm wondering if Maishawn can hold on to the title. If, per se, Karen were to be absent for a little while. W.A.W tagged back in after a brief show of offense from Becca Sue. And W.A.W goes for a pinfall attempt. W.A.W and Becca Sue have been at the forefront ever since they won those tag team championships. In fact, Becca has been somewhat of a mentor to these two youngsters. And with reason, she is a former Sirens champion, 2 times removed, to be exact. Once part of Country Chaos, which we now call Station 6. Becca Sue is known for having 3 husbands at one time: Jeffro, Drewy, and Uncle Rufus. Anyhow, enough about her love life. Let's talk about her fight life right here, as she's bringing it to the champion. And these two have had their scuffles in the past. And as a change around here on Frequency Pro Wrestling, we about to do something special for the Fighting Furies Trios champion, Karen Majors, in and back linked up with W.A.W. O'Bannon in prime form here tonight. Definitely a good showing on her behalf, as she runs Karen out of the ring, only to grapple her and hit her with a clothesline. Karen Majors is getting it from W.A.W. Every time she tries to make a move, W.A.W is right there to counter it. And as I talk her up, W.A.W looks like she's about to feel the wrath of Karen Majors. Hold on a second, a counter. And Bev with that arm lock slam on Karen Majors. I told you. I don't know what it is that has ignited the flame underneath.
That's a good tag.
W.A.W. Could it be that championship around her waist? Or is it the tutelage of Becca Sue as their captain? Either way, I'll take it. As W.A.W, one of my favorites, very soft-spoken. Ooh, nice. Capture back suplex on Karen Majors by Becca Sue. And this should be it, except for Maishawn coming in to break up the pinfall. Absolutely gorgeous move executed by Becca. And Karen is yet to make a move. Now she gets up and back into the loving but hateful arms of W.A.W with a reversing sidewalk slam on her. Karen Majors looking a tad bit off. Or should I say things look a little different once you're in competition. Maybe she has a lot on her mind. With things shaping up the way that they are. Torture rack by Maishawn, and W.A.W counters her way out of it. Absolutely on fire is W.A.W here. In matchup number 3, the top of our mid card, as she bangs Maishawn's head of the turnbuckle and tags in Becca Sue, who comes in and a punch to the rib cage. And now a Northern Light suplex on the champion. The champion and her partner. Both performing as if they would rather be somewhere else other than in the ring with Becca Sue and W.A.W. Hold on a second. Becca Sue's patented lock. She calls it the bear trap. And Kareem Majors is there to break it up. Nice distraction by Karen, gives Maishawn the advantage. And now it may be time for the Sirens champion to take the Fury's captain to school. As one time to the east and back to the west. As she whips Becca Sue into her corner with her partner awaiting a tag. But instead of tagging her, she gets a counter on her. And now Becca Sue, hold on a second, misses with a second attempt at the bear trap. And it looks like a torture rack on Becca Sue for Maishawn. Finally, Maishawn and Kareem Majors have awakened in this contest and realized you got a match that you could potentially win. As the hoist in the air and down to the earth with a powerbomb. Becca Sue has to get herself some space, distance, and time away from Maishawn and her counterpart. Cheap shot by Kareem Majors sends W.A.W on the outside of the ring, and Becca goes in to lock it up with Kareem Majors, the legal participant in this contest, as Kareem Majors goes for a pinfall attempt. Becca Sue wasn't having any of that as she sets Kareem Majors up for a full Nelson back suplex. And now she's taking the rookie to school with an armbar. Will Kareem Majors tap out? She doesn't, and we have ourselves a contest still. Becca Sue looking a little winded, tags in W.A.W. And O'Bannon comes in and goes right for Karen and hits her with a spine buster. Maishawn there to break up what was about to be the ending of the match, and W.A.W with a shot to Maishawn for her interference. Still in command over Kareem Majors, and now hoisting her up for a powerbomb into a pin. Will this be the end? W.A.W and Becca Sue over Maishawn and Kareem Majors.
Here are your winners, Diamond
Yowza! W.A.W, I told you, with an impressive outing along with her captain, Becca Sue, here tonight in Biloxi. All right, y'all, get ready and get set for our next contest. Taco takes on Alley Cat, the Furious Furry, in the doghouse with your boy, the GM. Yes, I be him. More about that later on.
This is Maddie Chatterbox encouraging you to hit the like man. They're only free $99. So once again, hit the like button to help our channel grow.
Alright, it's time to figure out if Ali is going to face the consequences for his actions. What am I talking about? You'll find out sometime within this matchup. Excuse me. I'm just furious with the Furious Furry. I know what his problem is, but I do have a solution. As him and Taco get ready to square it off here in matchup number 4. And Taco's last outing didn't end in success, as he went up against Jaden Tomahawk, and I thought he was going to win that one due to the fact of the home field advantage. And he's looking to get back to his winning ways, it seems. And Alley Cat out of nowhere with a side slam on him and cools down the flames of Taco. Alley Cat last week seemingly loped out, trying to send a message to Killer T. And as you heard earlier, no word on when the champion will return. Godspeed on your recovery. And I'm sure you're looking to get back here and get some get back from Alley Cat. But Taco's trying to serve him up a loss before you two hook up again. As he's giving it to Alley Cat, legs connected. And he brings down the Furious Furry as he goes for a pinfall attempt, only a 1 count. Are you awake yet, ref? Are you going to give a better showing? Or are you going to louse it up like you did earlier on tonight? Now, I'm going to leave the referee alone. Looking to be on point in this one thus far. As Alley Cat setting up Taco with a reverse power bomb. Absolutely emphatic as he misses with a spear, and Taco capitalizing with a leg scissors takedown. One more time off of the ropes with the connection, and he takes him down like a London Bridge. Taco with the frantic feet that end in a knee and an enziguri to the face of Alley Cat. Taco definitely trying to get a victory in this one as he goes to the top rope. And a diving arm drag takedown has Alley Cat staring up at the ceiling. And Taco is steadily staying on him, relentless in his effort to come out with a win here tonight in Biloxi. Quick kick by Alley. And it looks like Alley Cat has grabbed the reins and is now giving it back to Taco like Taco was giving it to him in the forefront. Irish whip and another miss with his spear. And an Irish whip from Taco. Kip up kick style. Reversal by Alley, but Taco with the flip and a connection, and they're going wild here in Biloxi at the annex of Taco. And just like that, he fumbles the ball by missing everything on that S-dive against Alley, and Alley makes him pay with a clothesline. Alley Cat giving it to Taco now after that miss out. And now he goes for a tumble on the outside. And his connects. Unlike Taco earlier on. Boot to the face of Taco. And now the two link up. But only for a second as Taco busts his way out. And whips Alley back into the ring. Taco looking to finish this one off as he jumps into the ring and right into a spear from Alley Cat as he goes for a pinfall attempt. And just like that, I hate it. Alley Cat wins against Taco here in matchup number 4. Testing. This thing on? Vic Vega wants to see you in his office immediately. Candy returning here in Biloxi, Mississippi. Let's get busy, baby. Champ and T-Ron clocking in for business.
Is a triple threat tag team match. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 470 pounds. The Chick Madness.
Yes, our dating coaches, and the last time that we saw them were at Monolithic 3 months ago, where they fell to the Atari brothers. You saw their record at 17 wins and 18 losses. Former two-time Midwest Tag Team Champions Champ McLovin and T-Ron Lovelady make up the team that we call Eye Candy. And by the way, they are running a university to teach you how to be a high-value man at a fraction of the cost that all these schmucks on YouTube try to charge you. Kudos to the return of the brothers. Eye Candy up in the building, and the second team to make their way to the squared circle. Party people, I give you Station 6 in the building, yo! Uncle Rufus and Jeffro.
And at a combined weight of 506 pounds, Coach country dominance.
My country boys, and the last time that we saw them, they were going tooth and nail in a #1 contenders match back in May, where they fell eventually to Primal Surge. Uncle and nephew slowly making their way into battle. And the third member of their crew hasn't been around for a minute is a little Drewy, who recently came back home to his folks after leaving Becca Sue. Biloxi, they're coming in at 13 and 19. And since we are in one of a rural type of state, will this give them a somewhat home field advantage? Who knows? Maybe they will absorb all of this country energy that is flowing here in beautiful Biloxi and come out with a win. And the third team to make their way into this one, Biloxi, Mississippi, I give you the Techno Jacks.
And at a combined weight of 444 pounds, the Thrill Seekers.
T-Jacks and Techno make up the Techno Jacks as they make their way to the ring. These two come in at 15 and 19, former two-time Call Valley Tag Team Champions. And they have been in battle. And speaking of being in battle, the last time they were in battle was in that Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team matchup back in May, excuse me. The clip that you just saw with Jeffro and Jeffro ending it to Primal Surge. They went out earlier on in the match, so no need to go back and show how they lost. Anyway, we're going to hope that they get themselves a win here tonight in this contest. Three teams bidding at what the Atari brothers have going around their waist. And to add the cherry on top, they're going to have to battle. Whoever wins this one is the third team that will be placed inside of a Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team matchup for the Brotherhood Tag Team Championships. It's going down at Ladder Madness next week. So shortly after we end our festivities here, please pay attention to the channel, as I will be dropping a thumbnail sometime later on tonight so you can set your bell notifications for Ladder Madness. Count them, 2 open contract briefcase matches out of each gender class. And if you have been paying attention to earlier on in the live stream, you would have saw the participants that are involved in this matchup. Champ being handled by Technoid, taking the school, and it's straight up mayhem, bedlam, however you want to frame it. These three teams are trying to get at it for that last spot in that matchup. And as always, help us out with the engagement by answering the poll question: which team will take it home here in this one to join the likes of the Atari brothers and Unique Threads? D.D.P by Rufus on T-Jack. And Rufus is going hunting for something. And he comes out with a chair. Him and Jeffro looking a tad bit uncoordinated. as Rufus is hit with a side slam by Technoid. No pin count. Flapjack by T-Jax on T-Ron. And Champ is there to break it up and keep his homeboy in to the contest. And I do believe we have a case of hot sauce spilling from the head of T-Ron, as a pinfall attempt by Rufus on Technoid is straight up ignored by the referee. Give the man a break, and he comes back into action and misses a pinfall account that could have eventually given Station 6 the advantage. Champ locked up with Technoid. Oh, hold on a second. He changes dance partners midstream and goes for Jeffro, as Rufus on the inside, humiliating T-Ron as he goes for a pinfall attempt on him. And excuse me, because it is not T-Ron who is spilling spaghetti sauce all over everywhere. Let me get my peepers going and see who it is. Maybe it's one of Station 6. As T-Ron shaking the cobwebs out of his head, but alert enough to avoid whatever Jeffro had planned for him, as he goes for a small package pinfall. Referee nowhere to be found once again. This is getting a tad bit ridiculous. Come on, referee. Yin. Get your motor running. You could have had two people out of this. Hold on a second. Hot sauce now is spilling from somebody. I know I'm not going loco. I saw 2 red flashes, but I still can't identify the culprits who might be leaking at this moment in time. Technoid reverses himself out of that headlock submission applied by T-Ron. And his partner goes in on Jeffro with a barbed wire bat and hits his own partner. T-Jax literally swinging for the fences here in our main event, as a pinfall attempt being attempted, and it's only a 2 count. Champ with a front over DDT on T-Jax, as T-Ron counters his way out of a pile driver from Rufus, and another pinfall account only resorting into 2. Champ locked up with T-Jax and is giving him a dose of the triple whammy as he goes for a pinfall attempt on T-Jax. Technoid breaks it up, and we still have both members of all 3 teams in this one. 6-man mayhem as Jeffro with the slam on Champ. And now both of the members, hold on a second, Technoid taps at the hands of T-Ron, and the advantage that the Technojax once had is down to 1 competitor out of their team. 15-minute time limit on this campaign, y'all, and we have to have ourselves a winner after this one. Forward slam on Rufus as Jeffro breaks up the pinfall attempt by Champ. And now is setting Champ up for a powerbomb against the barricade for messing with his uncle, as Uncle Rufus goes the pin. Champ kicks out of it. And Jeffro goes into the ring to get into it with T-Jax. And he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. And a kind of ice on Jeffro, broken up by Rufus. And now Rufus is about to feel a little something from T-Jax for the interference as he goes for a pinfall attempt on Rufus. Only a 2 count, and Eye Candy is out there going to work on Jeffro as Champ with a pinfall attempt on a referee a tad bit more alert than earlier on in the contest. Maybe it was the fact that it was 6 individuals in this matchup that had him twisted up, but that's no excuse. Get on your game, referee. This matchup could have been a lot further along with its decision had you been on point. As Champ giving it to the ladies here in Biloxi on their return. T-Ron being pinned by Jeffro, and it's a reverse. Hold up a second, T-Ron with the elimination of Jeffro. And now Eye Candy clearly, hold on a second. Did T-Ron punch Champ in the gut and break up that lockup? A little friendly fire going on between Eye Candy as the alertness of Champ broke up a pinfall attempt by Rufus. And Rufus is set to try it again on T-Ron. Backbreaker, and he goes for a pinfall attempt. T-Ron ousted by Uncle Rufus, and Uncle Rufus is cooking something special here in Biloxi for all the fans as he comes out with a door. But in the realm of the old frequency verse, he's hit with the curse and doesn't get to use it. This has dwindled down to a triple threat matchup. One member of each team remaining in this contest. As T-Jack pounds his way out of a leg lock by Rufus, and now Rufus is spilling hot sauce everywhere. As Champ breaks up whatever T-Jax had in store, and now a forward slam on T-Jax as he goes for a pinfall attempt. Champ with the elimination of T-Jax, and now it is down to 2, count them, 2 competitors. Which team will win this? Is it Station 6 or will it be Eye Candy? Just like that, it's a rapid return of Eye Candy results in an entry into a tag team title match. Yes, the Eye Candy Academy strikes again with a gigantic win here in our main event. And thank you, party people, for tuning in to this evening's festivities. Consequences for actions up in this piece. And before we get up out of here, I'm gonna tell you once again that shortly after this goes down, we will be revealing the thumbnail and the description for Ladder Madness, which goes down next week at 8 p.m. sharp. We have a stipulation match between Jay Quin and Sarah Carter. We also have a triple threat tag team matchup along with 2, count them, 2 open contract briefcase matches. So be there or be square, and once again, peace, love, and positive vibes to all. Yeah!
Next Wednesday, if you survive.
Vega, and as the authority figure around here, it's high time that Alley Cat and Karen Majors face the consequences of their action. Alley Cat, because of his actions of late, has been hit with a choice. Either A, pay a hefty fine, or B, a suspension until such time as Killer T returns to action. Which one will he choose? The answer to that question will be addressed in the near future. And in regard to Karen Majors, she has been named a person of interest in an ongoing source wall investigation, which means with all the power vested in me, she will be facing her suspension at the conclusion of her matchup at Ladder Madness. Vic Vega signing off from Consequences of Actions, and we will see you at Ladder Madness. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to Whoop-Ass Wednesday, Consequences for Action. I'd like to send a shout out to Bobby Vegas Gaming for stopping by, as well as the family OG, and to everybody that is going to catch this on the replay. Like I said earlier, the amount has went up to $11 million. I wish you abundance of 11 mil if you tune in to this cast. Anyhow, next week I'm gonna try my best to be on time. Like I said, there were elements in this episode that I had to get right and get up in here. You know what I'm saying? So until next week, peace, love, happiness, and nappiness to all y'all. Biloxi, Mississippi. You've been one hell of a venue, and we shall be back. My bad on Killer. No, it ain't on me. It's on Alley Cat. Alley Cat is the reason that you didn't get to see your hometown hero, Killer T. Anyhow, until next week, party people, keep your head up and stay away from the madness, which is the internet. Anyhow, peace.